no tyres tonight, is there?
Not tonight, mate. It's just fuel only. I think it's 15 litres for you, mate.
Yeah, that's my lucky number.
Good luck, fellas.
So to be clear, put in the amount of fuel as outlined in the tables.
Yeah, that's correct. As the Excel spreadsheet that Greg put up this afternoon, that's the amount of fuel that you'll put in. No need for tyres, mate.
Copy.
And don't forget the broadcast up too, so make sure you get on top of that and watch that.
Hey, if you're talking and your voice is not coming through. No worries, mate. Cheers.
Okay, apologies for that false start. It would seem that of all nights, my headset decided to die just as we tried to go live on the broadcast. But that's why you always have a backup set so that when stuff like this happens, you can quickly change. So, apologies for the false start, but hopefully we're back up and running. It's telling me that everything is now working. So, as I was trying to explain previously, we're running a system tonight where we have allocated fuel drops to the drivers in the different classes. So depending on how successful they've been over the season, we'll determine how much fuel they have to take. So as a quick example, if we look at Group A, you'll see that Jack Boyd will need to take 24 litres in the Merc, as will Lee Harrison in the Aston Martin. Meanwhile, the rest of the field should be able to get their fuel in around 3 seconds quicker than both Jack and Lee. So hopefully it'll tighten up the racing as we go through 2 races tonight, 2 30-minute or 18-lap races. I'm feeling that they should be 18 laps, but it's a 30-minute time limit as well. So we'll see how that plays out. In the meantime, the boys are qualifying. We've got some time starting to appear. As we can see, Jack Boyd is currently on top. Might jump down and see if we can find Jack somewhere on track. Jump on board with Jack as he does a lap of the Jerez circuit. We're using the Moto GP circuit tonight, so we've taken out the chicane in the last sector of the track. And well, it looks like the two boys, oh no, having said that, Moz has just jumped to the top. For a minute there we had the two boys, first and second. Now Neville Merrill's jumped up into third. Tough little circuit, this one. It's got some flowing corners, but also some fairly tight radius bends throughout. Always seems to be a little bit slippery. Well, I don't know. That's the iRacing way of some of their new updates in readiness for rain, or it's just a naturally slippery circuit. Meanwhile, back in this is Jesse Carrig in Group B. Jesse's currently a fair way down. I would have expected Jesse to be a bit higher than this, so might be looking to set a lap. Group C boys, it looks like Matt Tesserero is currently on top, about 6/10 ahead of Phil Paradiso. In the very loud murk. Lee Harrison's now jumped to the top. I was just about to say, I haven't seen Lee's name come up at all anywhere yet. And so look, he's now gone to the top of the table. I think both Lee and Jack will be looking to a bit of a breakaway tonight. Get away early in the races, try and cover off some of that extended pit lane time that they'll have the race. Well, Jack's just jumped top. Kyle Ridley in his pink Beamer. Oh, I think that was a little bit too much grass on the inside there, Kyle. Aid to that lap. So you get a penalty. You're certainly won't have a lap time registered. So Kyle's got around about a minute 30. Don't know if he'll get another lap in. No, he's decided to go to the pits. Looks like most guys have just about finished. Damo's still out there, obviously, because he was in studio just a minute ago telling me how bad my audio was. So thank you to Damo. Still think that a BMW sounds a little bit like a can of marbles, but everyone has their own acquired taste. Well, sounds like Damo's come to an end. There's about 30 seconds left qualifying before the boys get into race one. Just wait for some results to come up. In the meantime, we can have a quick look at Group B boys and their penalties. Fuel drop, should I say, not necessarily penalties, just additional time they'll take in the pits tonight. And finally, the Group C boys, where, as we can see, Mitch McNaughton, who's not with us tonight due to work commitments, would have been the most heavily penalised, followed by Matt Tesserero, who's also got a bit more fuel to take tonight, so it'll be interesting to see how Matt does the overall results. Results to come through. Boys to grid up, which they're doing now. Grid up as they do their formation lap. It's a full formation lap tonight, so it's going to take them a little while. So we can see Jack Boyd is on pole. Lee Harrison is out of 2. Mosmer Roz out of 3. Matt Petrozak is out of 4. Neville Mell out of 5. Then Glenn Boyd, Henry Fenson, Wayne Losh, Damien Seeger, Scott Baker. First of our Group B boys out of 10. Then we got Rod Urbina, Kyle Ridley. Over the page, we've got Lamb Newgan, Matt Keane, Cody Harrison, Jesse Carrick, Anthony Connors, Matt Tesserero. First of our Group C boys up in 18th. Dave Gogol, Heath Logan, Roy Rigg, Dean Logsdale. That's a long way down for Dean to be starting. Ray Harrison, Bill Paradiso. And we've got Andrew Roberts, PJ Whiteman, John Thorne, Ash Stacey, Aaron Maguire, Matt Acarius, Vic Nancaro, Shannon Curry, and Glenn Hill rounding out the 33 car field. I don't know if it's an omen, but my SDK overlay has just told me that Glenn Boyd's crashed already, so that's not a good sign, Glenn. Hopefully it's just a glitch. As we can see, our 2 boys with the biggest penalty in Group A will be starting off the front row. So as I said, I wonder if they will be looking to get a bit of a breakaway early. Field's just out on their pace car lap. Takes about a minute 45 for a quick lap, so I imagine the pace lap will be quite a bit slower. Am I just giving the boys some last minute instructions? Hoping that everyone will just take it easy on the opening couple of laps until the tyres come up. Do an 18 lap race. You certainly can't win it on lap 1, boys. Hopefully everybody is smart enough to just take their time. While the boys are just finishing lap, a big shout out to Darren Linus, who's not with us tonight. Poor old Daz has got a migraine, and after spending most of Saturday with Anthony Connors and Dean Logsdale doing the Bathurst 12 hour, I can fully understand where the migraine came from. So, hope you get over it soon, Daz, and we look forward to having you back on track, hopefully next week. Field's just rolling around towards front straight. In fairly good formation at the moment. There's too many stragglers. Pace car is now off. About to go green. Still a fairly tightly bunched. There's green flag. They're off. Looks like Jack's got the inside running into turn 1. Same again for turn 2. It's like Lee's going to try the over-under. Not a good place to try that into turn 2. Jack's already managed to get a bit of a gap there. About 3/10 over Lee at the moment. He's about the same over Moz currently. Oh, Lee's run wide. Lee's run wide. That's allowed Moz to get through. Looks like Matt Petrazak and Neville Mel have followed. Meanwhile, there's a lot of dust in the background. A few more cars might have come unstuck on this opening lap with the cold tyres. Still Jack Boyd, nearly out to a second now. That's pushed Lee all the way back to 6th. That's a tough spot to be coming back from. Well, it looks like majority of the field still with us on this opening lap. Coming through to complete lap 1. Lee's up behind Glenn Boyd there for a way through. Meanwhile, back in Group B, our Group B leader, this is Scott Baker. He's a couple of the Group A boys for company. He's sort of right in the mix there with the Group A boys, but certainly not holding anybody up at this stage. Treacherous corner this one, especially on cold tyres. Looks like Scotty's made it through. You need to get a good run onto this back straight. Getting a bit of a tow there from Damo up in front. Meanwhile, it looks like Ant Connors has moved up. Scotty's got a bit of a break over Ant, who's currently in 2nd. Dean Logsdale. That's a huge leap forward in the first lap and a half. Done really well there to make up that many spots. And it looks like we've got a change back in Group C. Matt Tesserero was leading, but it's now Phil Paradiso with Andrew Roberts directly behind. Big Mick is, that looked like Ray Harrison that spun there in the background. Go back and see what happened to Ray. It's just the tail end. He's obviously come in a bit hot. Spun that. Meanwhile, Phil's still leading. Matt Tesserero is quite a way down. Looks like Matt's actually done his pit stop. John Thorne has done his pit stop. Meanwhile, we'll jump back up the front, where it's Jack Boyd still leading from Oz Moroz. Matt Petrusek is still currently in 3rd. In front of another Merc in Neville Mel. Followed by Glenn Boyd, Lee Harrison, Henry Fenson. Loshy's up in 8th. Damo's currently in 9th, and Kyle Ridley rounds out the top 10 in Group A. And another change back in Group C. It's all happening back there. Looks like Phil's had it off, and this has put Andrew Roberts to the front in that class. With Mick Nancaro directly behind. Certainly shaking up the classes at this stage, these two boys. Doesn't look like any of the front runners have bothered to pit yet. I think the first of the guys that have pitted is actually, it looks like Keithy Logan has pitted. And Jesse Carrick has pitted. Dave Gogol currently in the pits. Meanwhile, Jack's got around just over a second gap on Moz, who's just under a second ahead of Matt Petrozek, and then Matt's got another 3 cars following closely behind. Jump on board with Moz, a half a lap. Heavy braking into this last turn. So easy to run wide coming out of there. Pick yourself up on off track. They've only got 15 off tracks tonight, so they have to be very careful. Meanwhile, one of our regulars is jumped in to the broadcast. Big G is out there keeping an eye on things for me. The world of broadcasting. Hang on, Big G. Almost had to get off the throttle there. But risk it running wide. Jack's managed to get that gap out a little bit further now. It's out to 1.5. He's definitely looking to cover off this pit stop he's got to make. Meanwhile, Ant Connors has done his pit stop in 11.9 seconds, which is a little bit over the allotted time, but safe to say that the Cobra is well and truly within the time frame. Not sure what lap these boys will decide to pit. Might try and run it a bit longer, get the fuel down. The car started with 52 litres of fuel, or half a tank of what their full capacity is. So I think some of them will be trying to get some of that fuel, burn some of that fuel off before they actually make a pit stop. So they're not doing pit stops tonight based on needing fuel. They're doing pit stops purely as a bit of an experiment with the BOP. So rather than putting weight on the cars, we've tinkered with the fuel settings and getting the boys to take on the fuel that's been allocated, as we saw in those sheets a bit earlier. So jump back to Cody Harrison, who is currently 9th, Group A. It's just ahead of Rodabina. Meanwhile, Wayne Losh has pitted. And we can see from these times that it's pretty well spot on. Damo gone a little bit over in the Beamer. Not sure what happened in Damo's pit stop, but certainly Loshy and Ant Connors are smack on the money. Andrew Roberts, John Thorne, Both very close. Of course, the refuel time can be so dependent on where you actually pull up in your box as well. We look at Cody coming under increasing pressure now from Rod Urbina. Sorry, Rod. Rod's certainly trying to find a way through. He hasn't pitted as yet. Might have been a worthwhile exercise to actually pit on that lap and try and get yourself out of traffic, but Rod's decided to stay out there for now. Meanwhile, back in Group B, where we still have Scotty Baker just ahead of, still finds himself wedged in amongst the Group A boys, but certainly doesn't seem to be holding anyone up, so no harm in that. Meanwhile, Ant Connors has pitted. He's the first of the guys in Group B that have pitted, so it'll be interesting to see. He's around about just over about 2.5 seconds behind Scotty Baker, so he could jump forward quite a few spots after that when the boys finally do their pit stops. I might just so you don't have to listen to my horrible voice, I'm going to jump over and chat to the boys, some of the boys in our Discord. Hey boys, you're now live.
You're live.
Hey, Greg. How you going,
You're
mate?
live. Good. I was just telling our audience, Ant Connors and Wayne Losh, identical lap times for identical times for their pit stops. Sorry.
Must be a hack, for sure.
I'm not, what happened to yours, Damo?
Mine was good. I was 11 flat, I think.
Okay, yours came up as 12.3.
Okay, no, yeah, I raced 11.0.
Which is it's interesting because that's identical time to Matt Keane, also in the Beamer. So I think that might just be SDK.
Yeah, well, me and Matty, we pretty much entered the same and exited. If anything, I exited slightly a bit better than him. So,
Wow, I'm not sure what happened to Lee Harrison.
Lap 1 he got up the hill.
No.
He got a bit sideways.
But he's just done his pit stop, 55.9 seconds. I reckon he's forgot to untick the tyres.
yeah, maybe. That's a bit of bad luck.
Yeah, we'll wait and see once Jack has done his, because...
Well, isn't it a 40-second penalty?
Oh, smack on the money. Good
Oh,
call,
he's not
Moz.
just a pretty face, yeah. Look at that.
Well done.
It's 40 plus 10 or 12 or 15.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mosmerov. Second
40
place
plus
for
10.
mathematics.
40 plus 10 is 55. Perfect.
Yeah, there's no screens on this track to watch the rest of the race.
Oh, you're going to we'll fit you a little TV for next round, Moz. You can watch the broadcast while you're ripping across the top of the mountain.
Nice.
Well, Glenn Boyd still holds down third. Matt Petrusek is actually the first guy that has pitted. He's just ahead of... Where's Matty on track? Oh, there's Loshy. Yep.
Just ahead, but like nearly 3 seconds, and I'm not closing him down. He's very quick.
The top 5 haven't hit it yet, so it's going to be interesting
so it's going to be interesting.
What happens, yeah.
Meanwhile, Scotty Baker has pitted 12 seconds.
Yeah, he's pulled out. Jeez, he's pulled out a few seconds in front of me.
Interestingly enough, he Dean Logsdale and Ray Harrison are still yet to pit. So Scotty Baker is currently ahead of Ant Connors by quite a bit.
Yeah, Scotty's got a bit of pace. He was sitting behind me in the first 2 or 3 laps, and I think he could have taken me pretty easily. Nev was doing a bit of a head move.
We need old Pegleg to pull his finger out. He's got Lam Nugent for company now.
I'm hearing you. Sorry. Just trying to get this leg to work.
That Mercedes is quick, man.
Oh. Just watching the battle with Lamb and Ant at the moment. Oh, closes up under brakes into that final turn. Speed's pretty well on par. Again, closing up under the brakes. No pressure, and no pressure at all.
No.
Oh,
No.
oh. Watch out the back of the Porsche. As it gets molested, here comes the Aston. No, no. Oh, bit of a tap there. Definitely a tap. That's a good little battle for what could potentially be a podium spot there. Meanwhile, back in Group C, after all the pit stops have played out, looks like John Thorne has now jumped to the lead.
John.
Got a bit of a gap over Mick Nancaro, currently in second.
Big Mick.
Big Mick. Shout out to Big Mick. And Andrew Roberts, currently third.
On your Roberts.
Go back up the front and have a look at Jack, who's currently got around about 3.5 second lead over Moz. Still haven't pitted any of these boys yet. Meanwhile, Neville Mills had a bit of a strange pit stop. He's actually 10 seconds slower than the majority of the field. Not sure what happened to Nev.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, he was nowhere near me at the start, and then he did his pit stop, and he sort of just popped out right on my backside. So
Yeah.
pretty eager to get past me though. I'll call that out. I'll let him pass down the straight, but I think before I sort of let him pass.
Oh, meanwhile, Jack's come across. No, Jack's pitted. Good call, Jack.
Yep.
There- there-
Out.
There might have been some slower cars there, Moz, which you're about to come
Yeah.
up on.
Yeah, I know. I
In
got
that-
Glenn all over me, so I was looking at the mirrors.
These boys are in a battle of their own, although it looks like PJ's now moved slightly ahead of Glenn.
There we go.
Glenn's done the right thing there. That's good to see. Well done, Glenn. Looks like a little bit of training through the week. Loshy is starting to pay some dividends. That was
my opinion.
that was a very, very well orchestrated move. He stayed out of it and stayed to one side of the track to let Moz and Glenn through. So well done to Glenn Hill.
On you, Hilly.
Yeah, I think the guys that pitted might have got a bit of time on us though.
I'm just looking to see where Jack is. So Jack was 16.8, so he's around that 4 seconds. He's down in 5th at the moment. So it's going to be very close when you boys do pit.
Vincent's very close to him, but isn't he?
He is. Oh, Glenn's very close to Moz too.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pit.
I used to... something you're not telling us here, Moz.
He's doing a
Oh,
relationship.
Glenn's pitting as well. Oh dear.
Oh, perfect.
So now, young Henry, who has pitted, is, as Loshi was saying, is very, very close to the back of Jack.
I'm assuming Jack would have had a couple of extra seconds.
Yeah, so Jack's pit time was 16.8.
Oh man, this Beamer hates this track. I know everybody's going to think that's an excuse, but it's friggin' not.
Well, your mate's got an alright job in it.
I didn't hear what you said, thank God.
Moz, oh, they're just leaving the pits now, and Moz has actually got ahead of Jack Boyd. Wow. This is what we wanted to see, some really close racing. But currently we've got Kyle Ridley, who hasn't pitted yet, about 5 seconds up the road from Moz, currently running in 2nd, Group A, then Jack, and then Glenn. And
They're
they're
all over me.
So, could I just ask, Greg,
yep.
is the actual race leader Moz because of the fuel stops?
Yes.
And what sort of car is he driving, Greg?
No, get out of it, mate. This is where you cut. Just don't even listen to him. Don't even play this game.
If there
He's
is
driving
any,
an Alfa Romeo.
I'm just looking for the badge on the on the overlay here, Loshi, and it looks distinctly like the same one as Damo's driving.
Mind it's a fabricated copy. Yeah.
Meanwhile, back in Group B, Dean Logsdale, who is actually 2nd outright on the track at the moment, but still hasn't pitted,
He'll stuff that up.
is leading, and he still hasn't pitted. Wow. He's leaving it very, very late, as I think Kyle is as well. Obviously, there's a reason behind their strategy. Meantime, Oz leads a freight train of 4 cars. Jump on board with Jack, and you can see there's Glenn in the Porsche directly behind him.
What's going on?
No pressure, Moz. No pressure at all. Oh, Jack gets an inside run. Moz was slightly wide out of that turn. It's a drag race. Oh,
Sorry, but the BMW doesn't have a chance.
Moz managed to close the door on Glenn. I think Glenn was looking for a way through.
Being nice.
I've done that twice, I think, to Glenn. Sorry, Glenn.
No, you're
Love you,
not.
Glenn.
No, you're not. Show our class leaders. So still Kyle Ridley leading, but he's yet to pit. Followed by Jack Boyd, Moz, Glenn Boyd, and Henry Fenson. Looks like Kyle and Dean have both. Well, Dean's certainly in the pits. I don't know about Kyle. I think Kyle's actually stayed out. Kyle's obviously going to leave this down to the last minute or so. Meanwhile, now that Dean's pitted, that's put Scotty Baker back in the lead of Group B. There's Scotty in the McLaren. Lam Nugent now has jumped up into second spot.
Well, an awesome overtake.
What, he overtook you?
Yeah, it was a good. It was
I
really.
got my first off track.
Let's face it, it's not really that hard, is it?
No.
Yeah.
It's
But-
only racing.
Remove the awesome part.
But
Racing
and,
someone with only one leg.
don't forget you're also racing the BMW, so...
And I'm also racing with 3 legs.
Oh, what happened was?
Glenn's disappeared. I don't know where he is. I've let off. I can't see Glenn.
Oh, is he...
I had a... Yeah, it's back here. I nearly hit him.
Oh, there he is, yeah. That's opened the door. That's put a big gap now for young Jack to sprint away. Wonder if this is a ploy between the Boyds. The old man,
Internet.
the old man is playing with the blue cord. Give young Jack a chance to sprint away. It's 2 laps to go. Still don't think
Green a
Kyle.
bit lap, I think, Greg.
Sorry.
Green. Lap 16, 17 and 18.
Oh. Okay. It looks like, oh, that's interesting. My lap timer actually froze. It's working again, it's ticking again now. I thought this race
Off track.
could go forever.
First one.
Yes.
Yeah, same. I got mine too.
Cutting a corner a little bit.
Meanwhile, this is Neville Mel in a battle now with Rod Babina. Oh, Neville just sends it up the inside of Glenn Hill, who stayed very wide. Probably not a bad idea. Neville Mel came from 3 postcodes back to get that move done. He's trying to hunt down Rod Babina, who looks like he's being held up. Oh no, that's Matty Keane. No, that's all fair. Play on. Matty doesn't have to give way to these boys. There's a couple of beamers there, Damo.
Did you sneeze?
Actually, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to jump on board with Damo for a lap, and we're going to see how it's all done. No pressure, Damo.
Good time for a corner.
Well, you know what, I'd love to talk you through a lap, but I think I'd probably send people backwards.
We can all watch the lines. Oh, and the braking.
I'm actually struggling to catch Scotty as well, to be honest with you, but he's got some pace at the moment, so I'm not surprised that he's leading the B-boys.
Oh, who's that coming out of the pits just ahead of Damo?
That'll be Ridley.
Oh, there you go. So Kyle has now done his pit stop and dropped down to 10th, so I think leaving it a little bit late may not exactly be
Yeah,
the right.
lost 11 seconds on me.
Yeah, so, and Dino's, although Dino did have a longer pit time, Ant, so in fairness, his pit time compared to Jack Boyd's was spot on. We're just stopping these boys from winning, except for Jack Boyd. I don't know what, short of somebody stealing a couple of plug leads.
You're going to have to take his tyres off to stop him from winning, I think.
Put him back in a Mazda.
Yeah, no, you'll still win.
Meanwhile, this is Matt Petrachak, who's currently 5th. That's a good run from Matt. Just up the road from Loshi.
Remember before I said it was just on 3 seconds?
Yeah.
All those laps ago?
Yeah.
It's just on 2 seconds now. It's taking me all that time to close down a second.
Matty's having a really good run tonight.
White flag, white flag.
All right, let's jump on board with Jack for the final lap. This old man is under a second. It's 0.8 further back. He's going hard. Meanwhile, Moz is trying to keep Henry at bay. It's not a bad finish, not a bad result actually. I'm quite happy with this bop.
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, a lot of real world racing series do this, so why not align, yeah?
Yeah, it seems to pan out quite well. There was some really close racing until Glenn threw the smoky at the rest of the field, but that's all right, Glenn. We still love you. He's not giving it all to Jack. He's still under a second, but coming into a very tricky part of the track now to try and overtake. We look back, Scotty Baker is still holding down Group B over Lam Nugent and Anthony Connors, and it's still John Thorne. Ash Stacey has jumped up into second, and Mick Nancaro is still third in the Group C.
There, doesn't he? Big Mick needs a podium.
Yeah, no, he's doing well tonight. New colours on his big Merc. So as they cross the line, it's going to be Jack Boyd from Glenn Boyd from Moz Moroz. Well, Scotty Baker about to cross the line in first place for Group B. That's a great effort. And where's John Thorne? Comes John. Got Ray Harrison just behind him. Ray's in a different class, so too much stress there. There's Ash Stacey and Big Mick just behind, so looks like it's going to be a comfortable run home for John. Good to see a bit of a change up there in the Group C, boys. John Thorne gets his first win as he blinks across the line and disappears. Oh, there he is. Hey, John. So he gets home from Ash Stacey. Crosses the line now with Big Mick home in third for Group C. We'll have the official results up very, very shortly. That is race one in the bag. Guys have got a bit of a warm-up now, 6 minutes warm-up.
Wasn't a bad race, actually. It's reasonably clean. There was a couple of little hiccups on the first outlap, but apart from that, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's interesting race. We'll be back shortly with the results from race one and get ready for race two.
Oh, you got lane and stop. Very good. Booger, 12.3. Yeah, that's true. That's weird. dare say it's correct. In practice, we're doing 11, so yeah. Yeah. No, not yet. You're not muted. Car's still going, right? Broadcast is still doing our voices.
Hey guys, welcome back. We've just had the results from round 1 up on the screen for you all to have a look at. Boys are about to grid up for race 2. Boys are just about to start their parade lap. We'll have a quick look at the grid while getting themselves. Oops, we'll go to the front. Boys are rolling, so Jack Boyd will be out off of pole. Glenn will Boyd out of 2. Then it's Moz Moroz, Henry Fenson, Matt Petrusek, Wayne Losh, Matt Keane, Rodder Bina, Neville Mell, Kyle Ridley, Scotty Baker, first of the Group B boys out of 11. And Damien Seeger, we go over the page. There we go, over the page. Lam Newgan, Anthony Connors, Roy Rigg, Dean Lodsdale, Cody Harrison, John Thorne, first of our Group C boys out of 18. Then Ray Harrison, Ash Stacey, Mick Nancaro, Jesse Carrick, Lee Harrison, Andrew Roberts, that's a long way back for Lee, 23rd. Then we've got Matt Akarius, PJ Whiteman, Aaron Maguire, Keith Logan, Matt Tesserio, Dave Gogol, Phil Paradiso, Glenn Hill, and Shannon Curry starting out of 33. The boys make their way around on this pace lap. Two Boyds off the front row. Wonder whether Henry Fenson will get to the front early or be prepared to sit behind two Boyds. What's your plan, Moz, coming out of 4? It's a long pace lap, isn't it?
Oh, it just goes on forever.
Surprised that iRacing do the full lap on some tracks and not on others.
And this is a new track too. I always thought they dropped it on new tracks, but anyway.
Yeah, because the lap times are very similar to Fuji, and it wasn't a full lap at Fuji, so strange.
Who's the banana flashing his lights behind me?
Is that a banana in pajama?
Yeah, that kind of, I reckon.
Well, it could be that it spotted the bowling hat in the back of the Beamer and not not happy.
Yeah.
Bowling hat,
cricket hat.
Uber sign.
Nah, it's a cricket hat, alright, guys?
It's not a bowler's hat.
Nah.
Are we sure? About to go green. And they're away. It's like Jack's got the jump yet again. Oz has got the inside running. Slots in behind Glenn. Meanwhile, Henry's running around the outside with Matt Petrusek on the inside. Oh, they managed to squeeze their way through. Bill roars on by. Oh, this treacherous bend onto this back straight caught so many people out in race 1. Looks like everybody's learnt their lesson though.
Just can't get that McLaren.
Meanwhile, Scotty Baker's managed to hold on to the lead in Group B. John Thorne's still leading Group C, boys, at this stage. Got a bit of movement at the back there behind Loshi. Is it the Prowler? It is the Prowler. It's old Nev. Nev's been hustled along at the moment by Matty Keane. Field snakes its way around. Oh, looks like we've got our first casualty on lap 1. Big Mick Ancaro. What's he managed? He's... Oh, just spun it on... Oh, that's heavy impact with the wall. Bill manages to drive around. That's going to see Mick have to do an early pit stop, I would suggest. It's heavy damage on the front of the Merc. Meanwhile, Loshi settled down in 6th spot. The field works its way around for lap 2.
Between me and the other B classer.
There is Scotty. There he is. Scotty's on the back of Rod Abina at this stage. There's Damo.
Just look at it, pulls away down the straight.
And we've got Cody Harrison and Lamb Nugent. Lamb's, I think, oh, that's rather busy. Lamb dives to the inside of Cody and runs wide on the exit, which has opened the door.
A bit of dirty driving there by some driver.
Somebody's in a bath. You having a bath, mate?
Yep.
I take when I might have damage.
Oh, you've disappeared off the... Where have you gone, Moz? Is Glenn still having his internet issues?
No. He was good. I
The Moz is going for the early pit stop strategy this time around.
Make sure your auto fuel
Yeah, have to set it up.
Meanwhile, Jack just over half a second in front of Glenn Boyd. Henry Fenson now, as we heard, has moved up into 3rd spot. There's Henry. Meanwhile, Matt Petrozak is still is continuing his great run so far. Always up the inside. Oz is giving him room. Oh, too wide.
I'm gonna have to let him go. Yeah, I have to. I'm just gonna go backwards here.
Meanwhile, back in Group C, it looks like we've got a new leader. Ash Stacey has jumped to the front. Looks like not sure what's happened there. John Thorne has gone to the pits. Spent a lot of time in the pits, so I wonder if John had an off somewhere. Well, that's a great job from Ash to be currently leading Group C. See in the background there, Moz has now come down pit lane. Anyway, this is Matty King following Loshi. And currently down in 7th. got Kyle Ridley in the other, and Rod Urbina both in, and Damien Seeger all in BMWs.
Yeah.
Line astern. I think that could
Watch
be.
this McLaren just pull away. Look at this. Everything slipstream. I can't get him.
That's
Come
down.
on.
That's down to driving.
Sounds a little bit like wah wah.
Yeah,
wah,
it does,
wah,
doesn't it?
wah.
Full disclosure, I'm just having a bit of a sook.
Oh, Lee managed to squeeze there. I think Scotty might
Is
have.
that Lee behind me, is it?
Yeah, I think Scotty might have
Great.
jumped off the throttle there to save
He did.
a big mishap. Just well done on Scotty's part. It's not really his fight, and he is leading Group B, so the last thing he needs is to get caught up in a Group A tussle.
Yeah, he definitely let off there to let us through, so good on you, Scotty. But he was holding his own. He was pretty clear. There was no way I was getting past him.
No, but I think Lee's a man on a mission at the moment. Amo decides now is a good time to pit. Look at that pit entry, boys and girls. That's not how you do. Oh, that's.
That was good.
Well, you can go back and review it for yourself.
Yeah, I'm not good at this guy. In actual fact, I'm not really tired. I'm kidding. Just having another win.
No, that was actually not a bad entry at all, Damo.
Thank you, mate.
Can I have my book back? My driver excuse book? I think you used it up.
Yeah, I'll give it. Just I've got a few more to go, man, if you don't mind. I'm only up to page 8.
Meanwhile, back up the front, Jack still leads. Just under a second ahead of Glenn still, with Henry holding down third. Matt Petrusak is currently fourth. Loshy's now moved up to fifth. Matt Keane still very close behind. Not sure what's happened to Neville Mel. I think
He's just in front of
You
me.
did it.
he's pitted.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
so
he's with me.
we've got some different strategies happening again. Currently on lap 5 of 18, so not quite third race distance. Shout out to Mitch McNaughton, who was our round winner last week. Mitch is watching us from the Pilbara tonight, so we reach all corners of the globe. That's how popular
Nice
we've
part of the
become.
world,
Yeah.
Just does a little bit of fly-fo work.
I think Mitch is actually an apprentice. I think he put in one of his posts that he's an apprentice. So it's a pretty exciting life as an apprentice if you're getting to travel here,
Yeah,
there, and
definitely.
everywhere.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we see Mitch back on track again soon.
Yeah, my car feels good again.
Mine doesn't. Mine feels terrible. What's happened?
For all you people out there that don't know Damo, this is quite normal.
Come on, it's not. I'm just putting on a show.
Yep. We're hearing you.
You're all a pack of...
Bananas?
Yes.
Because we know how much Ant loves bananas.
Well, he is one.
Meanwhile, Mr. Connors has done his pit stop. Did you go for a mac and fries at that stop, Ant?
No, it's 10.9.
I thought you were supposed to do it in 9.
Yeah.
Are you still taking a shower?
Yeah. Racing from the toilet, so he's doing pretty well.
Yeah, what are you on your iPhone or something?
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I don't miss this Discord on a Monday night when I usually sit in the broadcast studio. Hobbo, but unfortunately, Hobbo's dumped us tonight. He's gone to a concert.
Yeah, he went to Taylor Swift, didn't he?
If you're out there, Hobbo, can you sing us a Tay-Tay song? Oh, looks like our leader in Group B has had a little bit of an off. Yep, he certainly has. Whoa! Scotty.
Fucking hell.
All
right.
Whoop. Yep. Did you say you've seen a cow?
No, I think there was a truck over there near the dell.
Oh, yeah, got it. Got it. I've seen him too. He's gone now, man. Don't worry about it.
Not sure what grabbed Loshy's attention then, because nothing's come up.
Yeah, it was a car that moved out of Moz's way, swerved across in front of me, and then when I went to go the other side, swerved back.
Oh, okay.
It was just a little bit of a hairy moment. Trying to keep Moz intact and Neville off my backside.
So both Loshy and Moz have pitted, so's Neville. 12.1 for Moz, 12.3 for Loshy this time around, 13.5 for Nev. Damo was a 12.7.
It's too much grass.
Meanwhile, our top 8 are yet to pit. And in Group B, it looks like Dean Logsdale has decided to pit a bit earlier.
Longest, how's he going?
He's in the pits now, so we'll see where he comes out in relationship to... So Roy Rigg has pitted and stayed ahead of him. Anthony Connors is ahead of him.
That was Ridley. What an exit.
Go back and have a look at Kyle's exit from pit lane.
Did I hear you right then, Damo?
Yes, I just got taken out.
Kyle's gone up the inside of the... Oh!
Oh boy. Oh,
what was that, mate?
Cow, that cow's
That cow,
turned up again.
That truck, yeah.
There's a cow truck in the paddock.
That's a 4X and I lost the
Hey.
So... Seems to be all happening.
I think it wasn't. It was after Kyle's exit was great. He slotted straight in between us. I think Aaron McGuire, I think it is, gave way to him and may not have realised that I was there, and he sort of turned down on me. But to be reviewed.
Meanwhile, I can see what the cow. So it looks like young Nev. I can call everybody young, by the way. Neville Mel's having some internet issues tonight. He's blinking madly on our screen.
I didn't like Andrew Roberts letting pass. Really badly for a while.
Wow, this is getting hairy. I don't know what Andy Roberts is going to do here. Oh, he's trying to let people through. Oh.
Yeah, that was not good. Don't let Neville Mel back in.
Seriously.
And it looks like Neville's got the elbows out tonight.
Yeah, Roberts wasn't let off at all.
Do you like pineapples, Loshy?
I can't do it, Greg, anymore. Sorry, mate. I'm just out.
That's all right. I can see. We can see on the broadcast. Some people obviously don't read Facebook or Discord, which is fine. Meanwhile, Jack is still leading up the front.
I was going to say, who's winning the race?
Jack's just around about 1.5 seconds in front of Glenn.
Nice.
Henry still holds down third. Matt Petrozek currently in fourth. Then it's Matt Keane, Rod Urbina, Cody Harrison currently up in seventh.
Yeah, we've been held up quite a bit, all of us, so I reckon Glenn's in a good posse. I reckon he might come out ahead of Jack.
Yeah, it depends. Like we saw in race one, he'd need a fair margin. Meanwhile, Scotty Baker is ahead of his teammate now. Looks like Keithy Logan is having a better race this time around. There's Scudsy, currently second in Group B. We go and have a look at.
So Longsdale, is he winning Group B, is he?
No, Scotty Baker is winning. He's 10 seconds up the road from Keithy Logan,
wow.
But neither one of them have pitted yet. So, and Connor's currently third, is the first car to have pitted. So the boys are going to have to get their pit stops down pat.
Sorted, yeah.
If they want to hold on to this lead. And back in Group C, I'm just trying to see who is actually leading. Looks like Matt Tesserero has gone to the lead in Group C. Ash Stacey is now third. Matt's quite a way up the road, but he's got Lee Harrison looking for a way through. Hopefully Matt lifts off, which looks like he's done. Or has he? Lee. So Matt Tesserero, Ash Stacey's now pitted, so it's only Matt who's got a 14-second lead over Ash. It's yet to pit. If we go to Lee Harrison, yes, that was a lot better lead, 15.1 that time. So
he's done a really good job.
He has done a mega job to get back through the field. We're currently on lap 11, so still around about a third race distance to go.
Nice job by Stacey. With the Group B's and A class.
Ash currently in second.
He's just done it perfectly. Yeah, he's got Longsdale and myself on his tail, and come to the straight. He's just flashed his brakes and let off a little bit, and we can get past with no issues. And he's hasn't lost any time. He's still right on our tail.
Yeah. Look, I think some of the Group A boys have still got a lot of learning to do. They might be fast, but they certainly can't race mate. In a mixed class. If you're trying to overtake guys that don't have the same sort of experience in racing and on the sim, you've got to give them a little bit of leeway. And I think if the more the other boys do that, as we watch who's this, Ash has opened the door, let Keithy through.
You know what, it always, unfortunately with the class racing, what happens is there's this thing called capitalisation, and a lot of people will capitalise on a pass. They'll actually pick the right moment to pass a lower group or take a dive bomb to actually put them between the guy that they're racing behind them, and you see that a lot.
You do, but at the same time, there's still got to be a level of realism, and,
No, there
and
has to be. There absolutely does. Yeah, absolutely.
some of the overtaking manoeuvres as Jack now jumps into the pits. Glenn stays out, so
Come on, Glenn.
Glenn's on a different strategy. Meanwhile, Kyle Ridley has come unstuck. Sure what's happened to Kyle here. Looks like he's done it all on his own. He's
in front of me, I think.
Yeah, he's just over rotated. And PJ Whiteman has also come unstuck at turn 1. Oh, no. Matt Tesserero, you've got to have your eyes open.
And disconnected. That
Who
was a
has?
race quit.
Who's-
Matt Tessa, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Matt, but you can't be coming out of the pits and running into people. That's just not how it goes. You could have stayed a little bit wider on that pit exit, but unfortunately,
Who did he hit?
he ran into PJ Whiteman,
Who?
and we all know that PJ is a very polite racer, so there was definitely no malice on PJ's part. He was just taking his normal racing line, and unfortunately got hit in the back corner. Guy exiting the pits.
Yeah, not the way you want your race to end, is it?
No, but rage quitting is certainly not something that I look favourably on. That's for sure. As Glenn Boyd now comes to the pits. So where is Jack in relation to all of this? Jack is currently leading those that have pitted, but under a second ahead of Henry at the moment. Where will Glenn come out in relation to Jack and Henry? This is going to be close. It's Glenn is leaving the pits as Jack and Henry thunder down towards him. So that effectively puts Glenn in the lead now. Matt Keane and Rod Urbina are the two that still haven't pitted yet. So we're on lap 14.
I just got past Baker.
Anthony Connors now has gone to the lead of Group B. Scotty Baker's dropped behind Roy. Scotty's dropped down to 4th now, having done his pit stop. Roy Rigg, this is a great run from Roy. Currently up in 2nd.
Reckon he's got a good rig, Roy?
He's got a fantastic rig and a really nice livery.
Nice.
Courtesy of Mr. Losh. Oh, it looks like PJ has had another mishap. This time it's Andrew Roberts in front. Oh, yeah, that was purely racing incident. I think Andy may have braked a little bit stronger than what PJ was expecting.
How many? Let's forget 15.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Well, I'm in trouble.
How many you got, Damo?
Well,
No, you'll be right. We're on lap 15. Meanwhile,
I'll do it for the broadcast.
Right, it doesn't take that long, mate.
Meanwhile, Ant's coming under real pressure now from Roy. And up the front, Matt Petrusek has now, he's pitted. Everybody's pitted down to Rod Urbina is the only one still to pit. Hopefully Rod doesn't forget tonight. Lee Harrison, meantime, has made his way back up to ninth.
Go, Lee.
Yeah, not a bad run by Lee because he was pretty far behind.
Meanwhile, Glenn is still got a 1.5 second gap over young Jack. Henry's fairly comfortable in third now. As Rod Urbina jumps into the pits. See where this where Rod re-enters.
Last corner, there's been a bit of
Argy-bargy.
yeah, a bit of argy-bargy.
Don Thorne has come up on the timing screen. Let's have a look and see if we can see what's going on. Oh, John's blinked. I think that might have been down to internet connections, Moz.
Yeah.
John disappeared right at the crucial time.
Is he from Adelaide as well, is he?
No, he's from Victoria. Unlucky, Damo. You're going well tonight.
Just on my night, Greg.
No. I'd have to agree.
Yeah.
So, Glenn's still on lap 16. Glenn's still just over a second ahead of young Jack. Henry's got a fairly tight grip on third at the moment. Matt Petrosak is currently fourth. Neville Merrill's made his way up to fifth. Matt Keane in sixth. Moz currently down in seventh. Got Lee Harrison for company, I take it, Moz?
Yeah, we're having a bit of a battle over here.
Ding-dong battle.
Oh, Jack's got the lead. It's cut the lead to under a second. Have a look at the lap times as they come over the line
for you, mate.
to start lap 17. Jack's got the hammer down.
This is yours, Senior Boyd.
So Glenn does a 45.8. And young
that's crap.
Jack does a 45.4. Henry with a 45.5.
See, BMW can't break a 45. Don't look at the other lap times.
I'm just looking now.
Yeah, I know you.
Oh, Moz, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
The lap time was a 47.
Yeah, that was
BMW.
Argy.
Argy-bargy.
Yeah.
So who are you argy-barging with? Are you argy-barging with Lee?
And Kane. I have it to Kane, I know.
Oh!
The inside. That's all good. I just broke a little bit early. So come out.
Are you sure?
Hey,
The tyres are going off. Yeah,
See?
they are, like the BMW. And I think the sun, the weather and everything else is just...
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be affecting any of the other cars.
It does. And global warming, I can tell because the grass is brown.
meanwhile, Mr. Connors is still holding off Rory Rigg in second. Sam Newgan has moved up to third. Ash Stacey still leading in Group C at this stage. So we're about to start the last lap. Still Glenn Boyd, 7/10. As they cross the line, get some lap times. 45.6 for Glenn, a 45.4 for young Jack, 46.4 for Henry, who's dropped quite a way back now, 3 seconds behind. Matt Petrzak is a 46.4, 45.7 for Moz Moroz. Quickest
The
laps.
car's come good again.
Now you're talking crap.
What car are you in, Moz? That's a really good lap time.
McLaren.
BMW. I think it's the fastest car on the track, Greg.
It would appear that way for sure. Meanwhile, Glenn still holds on to a half a second lead over Jack as they head for the checkered flag. Going to jump on board with Jack, I think, and see what he's got. Oh, that Porsche looks so stable under brakes.
Oh, Ridley's gone wide. There's actually a chance for him to get a position here.
I reckon Glenn's got this, boys.
Wow.
Unless Jack has got something. He's 4/10 as they head into the final complex. Last turn coming up. Glenn just needs a good exit out of here. Oh, Jack closes right up under brakes. No. A win goes to Glenn Boyd. Well done, Glenn.
Boydie.
Great effort. Home
Good job, mate.
second was Jack, followed by Henry. Matt Petrzak brings it home in fourth, which is a great effort. Meanwhile, let's jump back and see if we can find the Cobra. Here he comes. Still got Roy Rigg flashing the headlights as they cross the line. As Lamb Newton comes home in third. And we'll jump back. It looks like Ash Stacey's going to bring it home in first place in the Group C, boys. Great effort from Ash. It's Mick Nancaro, well-deserved second place. Big Mick in his freshly painted Merc. Great job from Mick. And Phil Paradiso. Well done, Phil. Grabs a podium. Third spot in Group C.
Yeah, happy with that.
Yeah. Good effort.
Hey, you might have to head over to the what's the name, because I think the dude's going over there. They're waiting.
On my way.
Copy.
On my way.
Copy.
Oh yeah, Boydie, green room already. Yep. All right, I'll catch you later. Thanks, boys.
All right.
See you, G. Thank you.
All right.
Oh. I'm here to help.
Thanks, Damo. So who have we got joining us? Boydie.
G'day.
So, if you finally grabbed the win.
I feel like you stacked the fuel just for me.
No, I can assure you, mate, that I spent quite a bit of time calculating the fuel drops, and I'm pretty pleased with the outcome, I must say. I think it really helped the racing tonight. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I did actually. The first thing I noticed tonight was I thought Jack's got to stop for a lot longer than me, and I just had to keep him in check. But I felt like, yeah, it was going to be one of those races where if I can get in front, it's going to be hard to stay in front. And if I can keep on him at least, or keep on everyone, that'd be the way to go. But yeah, it was interesting. I really enjoyed it, actually. It was probably the best race of the season so far for me, so obviously. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, no, you sort of, I think you planned race 2 really well. You sort of stayed with Jack, and then obviously with the longer pit stop that Jack was going to have to take, you sort of managed it. And when Jack got back out, we thought another 2 laps, Jack may have managed to get by. But all in all, I thought you worked the strategy really well, considering pit stops is not normally one of your strong suits. You really nailed it tonight.
I didn't say that, Bordy, by the way. That was all Greg.
Yeah, look, I'm not renowned for my pit stops, that for sure. And to be honest, let's be frank, they suck. But tonight wasn't so bad. I didn't need tyres, I just needed fuel. And I think Jack might have had a tiny little bit of wheel damage, I reckon. I've seen him have a bit of a wiggle, and I figured he'd have to pit to get that quick repair. And then it was just a case of, well, will I stay out for 1 or 2 extra? 2 extra, I think, would have been the right call just with that lighter fuel load. But yeah, good fun, and yeah.
And Jack, what's your thoughts on the the new bop, we'll call it?
No, it was a good night. Even without the pit stop times, my old boy was driving really well tonight, and I got to give it to him. Yeah, I was pushing 110% for that last sort of, what was it, 6 laps? So I think I got 6 inks trying to catch him. So no, he was driving well, even without the pit time. Yeah, he deserved to win tonight. So good job to him.
Yeah, no, some really good racing tonight in both races, right across all classes. So I was really impressed with that. And Ant Connors has joined us, winner in Group B tonight, Ant.
No, I don't know how, but yeah, it must have been that slow BMW pulling me along there for a bit. But no, it was quite good. It was quite a good, fast B. Riggs, I don't know how he didn't get past me, but he drove real well. And I can't remember who was in the race 1. It was in the Aston Martin, but yeah, they drove really well. Even Scotty Baker, like, just phenomenal. It's just left flat stick. You can't keep up with them.
Yeah, so it was Roy Rigg that finished second tonight, which I think is Roy's first podium for this season, so that's good to see. And Lam Newgan got home in third in Group B, so well done to all the boys in Group B. All right, starting with you, Senior Boydie. Anyone you want to thank?
As always, just you guys. Yeah, thanks for putting on this one and having a bit of creativity with this, because I think it had a bit of merit, and it's good to see that, you know, people at the top of the ladder, they were penalised harsh, and the people who are down a bit, yeah, they got to stop for a little bit less time. But yeah, thanks to you guys, and thanks to everyone for coming out and having a bit of a race, and thanks for everyone watching. Cheers.
All right, and Jack, anyone you need to thank?
Yeah, much the same. Thanks to you for keeping it interesting, that's for sure. Yeah, tell the old boy how much to put in, and he's on it. So yeah, good job to him tonight. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, Jack. And finally, Ant, anyone you need to thank? Give a shout out to?
I'd like to thank you, mate, for everything you do. Damo for all his moaning, and yeah, it was quite a good night.
And Damo has joined us after taking an absolute battering throughout the broadcast. Damo's joined us now to try and get a bit back. So the floor's yours, Damo.
Oh, how bad was that BMW, Greg? Terrible, isn't it? It was a good race, and yeah, it's interesting with these pit stops. It's good to see Sir Senior Boydie win one. Pretty happy for you there, man. But no, all in all, it wasn't a bad race.
Thanks, buddy.
I think this format has definitely got some merit as we move forward, sort of into season 2. Very soon, we've got our final round next week, obviously at Bathurst. It's a bit harder to try and organise this sort of racing at Bathurst, because Bathurst is Bathurst, and all sorts can and do go wrong. So I'll no doubt have to go back to the drawing board, but certainly next season I'm looking forward to running a few more rounds like we did tonight, with slightly longer pit stops for those boys that are always up the front and winning. I think it's good for the racing, and certainly tonight across all 3 classes we saw some fantastic racing and some unusual results. So yeah, all in all, I think it's been a great night. So thanks to everybody for joining us tonight, and hopefully we'll see you all again next week for our final round of season 1, and we take on the mighty Bathurst. Until then, stay safe.